Hey, so I'm sure you've heard about all this data center stuff and how it's so amazing and how it's awesome and it needs to come here, and how Governor Lee has signed paperwork stating he's going to bring them here, and how Marsha Blackburn wants them in every county and everything like that. I've even heard the news do interviews, and the news person asked the gentleman, um, is there any environmental issues or damage that comes from these data centers? And the gentleman said, absolutely not. There's no environmental damage that comes from these data centers, which isn't true. Now, why are they not telling us this? I don't know. But one of the major environmental issues that comes from these data centers is the release of forever chemicals into the atmosphere, into the groundwater. And it happens through the coolant system in these data centers. So the bigger and more powerful these data centers are, the bigger and more powerful these coolant systems they need. And one way that these chemicals are released into the air is when parts of these electronics break down. The people have to go in there and open the doors to fix them. And when they do that, gases are released into the air and atmosphere, which then end up in the groundwater. Another way is through the coolant system. Once these forever chemicals build up so much, they have to flush out the coolant water. And when they do that, they flush it into the sewer system, which then ends up in the public water. Now, what can these forever chemicals cause in humans? Well, it can cause thyroid issues, liver issues, kidney issues, high cholesterol. It can cause something called leptin resistance, which is highly linked to autism in unborn children. It's highly linked to Alzheimer's. It's highly linked to obesity, and it's linked to every single cancer, because leptin is what signals the T cells to attack cancer cells. So it's going to increase the risk of cancer development. Now, in my opinion, we don't need that here. Not only do we not need it, we don't want it. I know I don't want that risk here, you know. And they might tell us, oh, well, we don't know enough about it yet. Well, that's good. But until you do, we don't want them here, because we don't want that risk. And by the time, if they come here, by the time we find out, if we find out, whoops, it is a huge risk, and it's going to be too late. Then what are we going to do? All these people are going to be infected. We don't need that. We don't need data centers in Tennessee. Like I said, I'm running for governor as a write-in. So if you want to vote for me, just write me on the ballot. Write my name on the ballot. Let me know what you think about in the comments, okay? Thanks.